Instagram, what up, what up, what up? We're gonna attempt to, answer these questions while I'm driving. I got my seatbelt on though. Question number 1. Woo! The narcissistic woman. When it's a man, he's evil. When it's a woman, she's emotional. All right, so let's first of all break down what a narcissist is. And a narcissistic person is someone that kind of does have very much so the world revolves around me. I don't really care what you got going on. This shit is about me. And I can do whatever I want to do. But if you do anything that I would do, there's a fucking problem, because I'm me and you're you and everybody is beneath me. Although some narcissistic people are definitely worse than others, there could be narcissistic traits. For example, I don't like to talk about celebrities or people that I don't know, but Kanye is borderline a textbook narcissist. Okay, moving on. So the question was, it's not really a question, it's just here's the problem. I think that women usually aren't held accountable for their actions, and it becomes a behavioral pattern. I can do whatever, and if you do it to me, oh my gosh, I'm sensitive. No, you can't do that to me. And it becomes this pattern. So unfortunately, most women aren't checked by guys, and because women have the power, and because of that, these guys, maybe their goal is just to hit it, so they're putting up with whatever. Maybe they don't really know how to be in a relationship. At the end of the day, if you really like someone, love someone, whatever, a relationship should be checks and balances. Hey, listen, hey, you shouldn't, it's not okay here. So you should change this. And the person should be open enough to say, you know, babe, you're right. No one has checked me in the past before, and I can improve, so I will change my behavior. There's nothing better than an apology that turns into change behavior, because the best apology is change behavior. Just don't tell me sorry and continue doing the same shit. Oh, that's a nightmare. Question number 2. What are some pros and cons to rekindling back to an old flame? Well, the pros are, the good things that you liked about this person, and y'all have memories and time invested. So if things are corrected from the past, things could be great. The cons are, y'all broke up for a reason. But I really think that if two people have progressed and became better people over time, then it could very much so work well, because you're not the same. You hopefully should not be the same person that you are 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 6 months ago as you are today. You should constantly be progressing and wanting to become a better person, especially looking inwards and wanting to be a better person for the next person, right? That's my answer on that one. Question number 3, when is it okay to talk about prospective partners about past trauma? Whenever you feel comfortable. I think that you want to somewhat do it kind of early. Maybe not the first date. You don't want to be talking about the ex too much on the first date, but you could say, over time, as you get to know this person, hey, this is what I went through in the past. These are my triggers. This is, the crazy story that I went through, and I'm trying to get over this shit, or I am over it, but I don't want you to do this crazy shit that the ex did. So I'm letting you know from now, don't do this shit, because you're gonna trigger a bad reaction from me, and I might cut you off a little bit early based off of you bringing back memories of my past. So it really boils down to your comfortability and when you feel like it's okay to let out that stuff, but you shouldn't hold it in. And the bonus question is, what made me start doing these videos? Well, I've been a personal trainer for a very long time, but I am more than a personal trainer. I think that I like to talk about, I like to talk about a lot of subjects that people can bring their input into. When it comes to relationships, everybody has a story. Everybody has something to say. If you've ever heard somebody talk about a relationship that they're in or that they went through, they're very passionate about it and they give a lot of energy towards that. sometimes a lot of people have a very straightforward mindset, a very me mindset. So I like to kind of open people's minds up and make sure that they're not thinking from a first person perspective all the time. But what did you do wrong? Well, maybe if you did it this way, the relationship could have went a different route, or maybe you guys would still be together. You know, some people have victim mentality. So anyhow, I like to talk about all these things because everybody has a story to tell. If I talk about fitness all day, how many times are you going to see jump squats? How many times are you going to see someone do lunges? How many times are you going to see people do crazy ass exercises that you can't do yourself, and they're just kind of showing out while their day, they've been working out for so many years, it does nothing for you other than to say, oh wow, that's cool, you can do that. So I don't know if you guys know, I have a lot of new followers as of recently, and I'm writing a book. So of course I want to talk about relationships because it helps keep me in this relationship mindset for this book that I am writing, which I'm really excited about. Part one is, we're still good. Part one is of the book is actually about learning yourself, getting to know yourself, loving yourself, etc. Being okay with whatever has happened in your past, because you truly have to be yourself. You have to be secure. And that's a constant theme. I keep talking about security. The more secure you are as a person, the easier it is to bring yourself to a relationship. Part two is the actual dating process, getting to know people, going out, all that shit, blah, blah, blah. And the part three is being in a relationship, keeping that relationship, all that shit. Now, the interesting thing about this book is I am not married. I don't even have a girlfriend. So it's just like, oh, well, who are you to write this book? Well, I can tell you, motherfucker. I have a lot of data to put into this book. The people who usually write relationship books or psychology books, they're not out in these streets like I am. So the stories that I got in the wealth of knowledge that I can say that can go into this book is pretty good. And what books these days are going to talk about social media drama? Unfortunately, that becomes part of people's relationships sometimes. So that has to be in the book. Why would I say, oh no, I'm not going to talk about that? But having said that, thank you all for listening to me. This was a successful video while driving, and I will see y'all later.